So, is there really an inside scoop to healthy hair? Well, that's something that I talked a little bit about in the latter part of this video, so please watch the video in its entirety. But I do show you guys one particular method I use as a protective style at night when I sleep, and that's the Bantu knot out. With the Bantu knot, I do different variations of it. I either use 2-strand twists with the Bantu knots, plaits with the Bantu knots, or I'll just do the Bantu knot in the traditional method. The way you see it here is the braid or the plait Bantu knot out. So after I show you guys that, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I believe is the inside scoop to healthy hair. Hey sister girls and guys. I know some guys watch me, so hello to everybody. Y'all see how my hair has gotten bigger? I'm an airhead now. No pun intended. Well, definitely is a pun intended. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys what happens to my hair when air hits it. I've been to class, I've had a long day, and it's relatively cool now, you know, for Florida. It's getting cooler. All right, I think it's hitting around under 73, 70, well, not that cold, but under 75. I know some of y'all up north is like, gosh, Afro Story, you kidding me? That's like summer weather. Well, if it's under 75, 74, your girl is gonna have some problems. But anyway, yeah, for me, I actually like when my hair gets fuller over time. I think one thing about natural hair is that your hair matures. Even though the actual hair is dead, the way the elements play with it, the way water hits it, what the sun does to it, things like that, the humidity, I mean, it's like it's constantly reacting and constantly evolving and modifying itself to fit whatever environment you're in. That's what I love about natural hair. It cannot be tamed, people. It cannot be confined in this box. It has a life of its own. So I just wanted to show you guys how my braid Bantu knot out, how it actually changes throughout the day. It gets fuller. It has more body. Some of the definition may be lost, but I think that that's the trade-off that you get if you want to have that fuller, more fro-like look. My hair shrinks. All right, I always have shrinkage of some sort with whatever style that I do, and I'm prepared for that. You know, I had to learn early on to love my shrinkage, embrace the shrinkage. Y'all, this is how I am when I don't pre-record what I'm going to say. Like for tutorials, I like to make sure I give you step-by-step information. Either I write it out or I'll vocalize it as a voiceover, but you know, this is just me in front of the camera just saying whatever I'm thinking about. And getting the whole airhead thing out in the open was something I want to talk about, because that's something that for you guys that are transitioning, thinking about going natural, be prepared to accept that fate. I think it's a positive fate. I think it's something to embrace. Sometimes we get caught up on how certain styles look on certain women's hair types, and we aspire for that instead of actually acknowledging the diversity and the variation among hair types. We need to understand all of us that are going natural, whatever hair type you have, whatever, you know, however you define your hair. I define my hair to be coily, kinky, nappy. I have no problem with any of those terms. But I had to understand that my journey is unique, and that uniqueness is manifested in my hair. So this is how my hair reacts to the elements, guys. Another thing I wanted to talk to y'all about is that, yeah, I think I had a little sign last week about not slipping up with my diet, about what I eat. Because one thing about health and beauty and the intersection, how they intersect and interface with each other, is that a lot of our beauty is internalized, both, I guess you can say, emotionally, spiritually, and also health-wise. I'm really big into that. That's something that I definitely explore. I hope to explore in my own research, the intersection of health and in beauty, health and appearance, and those internalizations of it. We always talk about beauty is on the inside, beauty is on the inside, which is true, but that's an abstraction, okay? How is it manifesting on the inside and coming out? I think a lot of that deals with your spiritual rootedness, your emotional state, and also your relationship to other people. So like your personality. I mean, those are things that really help to define your internal beauty. And so I think it's so important for us to understand the multidimensionality or the complexity of our beauty. And so that's what leads me to my whole rant, I guess you can say, about my little sign that I had. I went to, what was I doing? I was driving home. I think it was from like a meeting or something like that. It was a long day. I really didn't eat that much because I was up like since 4 o'clock in the morning doing work, and from there I went straight to class, and I have sort of like 2 classes on that day. And so when I got done, I went grocery shopping. Note to self, never go grocery shopping on an empty stomach. Y'all, sister girls, y'all know what I'm talking about. My guys, y'all know what I'm talking about. When you go shopping on an empty stomach, you buy stuff that you're not supposed to buy. So I did that, strike one. Strike two is that your girl, it was a rainy day, and I was like, you know what, I don't want to get out the car, so let me just go through a drive-through. Let me just go through a drive-through fast food and get something quick. I'm not going to tell y'all the name of the fast food restaurant. I'm not trying to give thumbs down to a specific fast food restaurant because of this one particular experience that I had with this one particular person. But anyway, so I drive up. I ordered the meal that the meal I was going to get. It was burger fries, so I guess that limits your scope. So I guess that wasn't Taco Bell. But anyway, yeah. So I was, you know, I ordered burger fries, and I don't. It sort of rubbed me the wrong way because I don't really eat red meat. Only time I may eat red meat, gosh, I can't remember the last time I actually ate red meat, honestly. And I don't like to eat fried food. Hypertension runs in my family. You guys know the health disparities, particularly among black folk, the hypertension, the diabetes, heart disease, stroke factor, breast cancer. Okay, I can go on and on and on. Don't want to bore you with the stats. But what I am saying is that it was rubbing me the wrong way, you know, that I was driving in, I was in the drive-through. It was the closest thing to my apartment, so I ordered. I get up to the drive-through window and give them my card to you know, do the transaction, and the lady, I don't even know how she even describe her because I don't want to be stereotypical, but oh gosh, her internal beauty was not on point, okay? And it was definitely manifested outwardly. I'll just say that. So she's saying, you know, well, the car is not working. You know, the machine always is like this when it's raining. It's always like this when it's raining. She had like a really guttural type of really, you know, I hate life, I hate my job, I probably hate my kids type of voice. So I said, oh, okay. So she just kept my card for a little minute, and like, I guess she was waiting for the rain to subside. I don't know what it was. But then she gave me my card back, and so I'm like, okay, by this time I'm turning off my gas. She asked for my card again, takes it, and then she says, you know, she said, well, it's not working. And I said, okay. So she asked me, do you have any cash? And I had just used some of my cash at the grocery store prior to coming here. So I said, no, all I have is a couple of dollars. It's not enough to really, you know, purchase, you know, the whole meal, whatever. And so, you know, she looked at me, I'm looking at her, and I'm like, so what are we gonna do here? Like, I have money in my account, so there's no reason why my card shouldn't be working. I'm like, so what am I gonna do about my food? And she was like, and this, oh, by the way, when I asked that question, this was after 5 minutes of silence. So there's like this awkward Edgar Allan Poe type of, Freddy Krueger type of silence. Yeah, it was a weird transaction going on, like in the air. All right. So I had asked her the question. I said, so what are we gonna do about my food? You know, I'm seeing my food. My food is right there. I can touch it, but you know, where's the food? I'm hungry. What's going on? So she eventually said, you ain't paying for that. You ain't paying for it. You ain't getting no food. I was like, whoa, really? And I said, ma'am, you could have at least, you know, I'm sitting here, I'm waiting, I don't know what's going on. You could have at least vocalized it. And she, you know what, on that note, have a good day. And she slammed the window in my face. And I was just like, what is going on? I'm like, this lady is really psycho. I mean, I'm like, man, I might need to call, you know, the head office or whatever on this situation, because this is crazy. All I wanted was a burger and fries, like, you know. So I eventually went and got a healthier meal. I got whenever I tell the story, everybody laugh, but I got my tortilla wrap on wheat bread, on wheat tortilla wrap, with my grilled chicken, my vegetables, my tomatoes, light vinaigrette sauce, and it was a done deal. I got that from another restaurant. It cost me a little bit more, but it was healthy. You know, they didn't rub me the wrong way, and I actually got my food. So that's just a note to self. And I think that was a slight little intuitive type of moment that made me think, okay, Brittany, you know, you really shouldn't be eating this food anyway. So I just wanted to share that little funny story. I think it's funny now, but I was heated when it first happened. But I just wanted to share that with some of you all. Just the importance of understanding and recognizing how our internal beauty is also, I think, shaped and formed by what we eat, by just our daily practices, who we're around, all right, the things we say, the things we put into our body. Those things are part of our internal beauty. So, you know, we have this temple that we've been given, this physical temple, and also that temple has an internal side that we need to take care of too. And trust me, if you take care of your internal body, particularly about what you eat, I mean, it can only do good for your hair. You know, it can only do good for your hair. So, and just another side note too, people can lose their hair by having poor diet. Malnutrition, yeah. Thinning hair, yeah, there's a correlation between that. I know when I first started my doctoral program, one of the girls there, one of the ladies that is actually matriculating this semester, you know, let me know that, you know, a lot, you know, she knew women that were in PhD programs, and, you know, their, you know, the stress, the related stress, the not eating properly, weight going up and down, the hair was falling out. So it's important for us, I don't want to scare y'all, but it's important for us to understand that beauty is definitely on the inside. So treat it with the same type of tender love and care that you do your hair, that you do your outward body. Even though people don't see it, trust me, over time, those signs will manifest in ways. So that's what I wanted y'all to know for now. That's my little rant and my whole little thing about loving the airhead, because it's important for us to love our bodies, both internally and externally. And as elements hit us, like I said, that lady right there, she was an element. All right, the lady at the drive-thru, she was an element. She was like fire, like a hot gas type of entity that just, it was just bad. It was just bad. I know she was having a bad vibe. I don't know. I mean, I could hear definitely from her voice if I even saw her face. But when I saw her face, it solidified exactly what happened afterwards. So anyway, y'all, I just wanted to share that with y'all. That's my story for the day. And yeah, so what are y'all thoughts? How do y'all define internal beauty? Do you think it's important? Do you see that correlation between the internal and outer beauty? So I'll talk to y'all later. Until then, guys, see you. Bye.